All right, you piece of shit. Let's get it over with. I don't know if I got Wi-Fi out here, but I got my iPad. And someone who actually did this garbage. I got the passenger seat out. I gotta get the rest of this bullshit out. Nobody does it online apparently, so I'm just taking it apart. Need to get the driver's seat out because I'm not doing the steering wheel, so it's gonna fall forward. It'll be in the way. That's how it ends out. Pull the battery. We're gonna pull the passenger side airbag off, and I don't want to die today. Maybe a different day. This one. There's some more on the other side. Unclip those things. We need to get the rest of this crap out though. Piece of fucking get out. And someday the bolt will come out. Is it long enough, Ford? Is it long enough for you? Nope. God. No, that's all vacuum lines. There's a bolt back here. Supposedly people say that it's really hard to get to. I think I feel it. You're not gonna be able to see it though. Of course not. Because it's in that hole. It feels like it's got a very long stud. And probably about an 8mm just by touching it. This should be pretty easy, so of course, because I said that, it's not going to be. Nope, never mind. It's gonna be easy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's some tiny screws. 8mm up there. I'm gonna leave those for last. Hopefully it holds all this stuff in until the very end. Stupid mother. Really? After mostly reassembling this stupid thing, I just sat behind it like this and grabbed it from the sides and pulled back, and it popped right out. All right, onto the actual dashboard finally. For real help for it though, all you have to do is take the top stuff off this over here, not this, and 2 bolts there, 2 bolts up front. You can see them right next to the studs where the holes are for those. They're this color. I think these went there. And this panel up from underneath the steering wheel seems like it's easy until you ripping on it and it does not want to come out from around this because there are 2 screws in there. So I guess you got to remove this. Yeah, I felt like playing with explosives today. That sounds like a great idea. Just jam a screwdriver into the side of it and just keep on prying until something happens. Seems like a great idea. Oh. It's almost like the panel's supposed to come off. Come on, panel. Save my life. I see you. I see you. Let me in. Let me in. We're gonna remove this junk in here. These guys, I'm just gonna unbolt it like that. Right there and there are 11s. Are you kidding me, Ford? And that's what that last one in there is gonna be. Day 2, let's go. I had an epiphany last night to stop messing around under the hood until I get the dash pulled out enough to actually try to get it out. I have still no idea how to get this removed like everyone else does. But right now, pulling the dash away, these 2 connectors were holding me up, as well as this wire was clipped to this wire bundle. So you see I got that bolt set there just to hold it up for me, because I don't have a random piece of wood like all the other good mechanics on YouTube. Never mind. Perfect. now I'm a real mechanic. And hanging me up on this side, pretty sure is this pedal, because all this stuff isn't falling away like the other side is. Never mind, I pulled the kick panel out and threw it back there, and it fell forward. So I guess that's good enough. So I'm gonna pull that bolt out on that side, and I bet that's gonna give me enough room to unbolt the top of our feeder core box. I don't know what we actually call that. All right, what do we got underneath the hood? Absolute mess. Pulled all this out like I've been doing. This is all loose, but it gets stuck on the back of the head of the engine. It's like you got to pull the motor to actually get this thing off, because the stud, just like up here, is too long. You can't get it past there. So I'm starting to think that, do guys really just pull this forward as far as they can to undo these fasteners? Because there's one right here I can probably get to. There's the magic one back there I've still not done. And I think like one more back here that I don't even see. I have no idea how guys do this. Do they get the air condenser removed first? All the videos I've seen from Rangers, yeah, they don't come with it. Like, it's completely, there's just nothing there. That'd be a really lame of them to completely remove it all off camera. I used a box end wrench to get these guys off, which worked pretty well, but if you got a ratcheting one, that'd be way better. I'm not sure if there's still one more down there somewhere. I cannot get that one off way back there. It feels, I think I said, an 8mm to me by hand, but all the others were 11. So I tried to get a long swivel down there, and it just doesn't. I mean, like, it goes onto the stud, but it doesn't catch the nut for some reason. It makes me think it's a different size, but shit, I closed that. It's the dash. I'm still stuck on this stupid thing. I actually pulled the computer out because I'm trying to get myself just a little bit more room with that wiring harness right in front of the bolt or stud or whatever the hell it is. I'm questioning what size it is. All these others were 11s. I can't get it to go on, even though it seems like with a really long extension and universal joint, it gets in there. I'm questioning what size it is. Why am I out here? It's starting to rain. Damn it. Sounds like lunch. Finally done. Full of, honestly, that might be fucking UV stuff for the AC condenser, but this new one in, done. Time for reassembly. I need to include a picture in the video for the what I actually did. I did not have to disconnect the AC condenser. What I did was Dremel the end of the stud out a little bit. Here, this is a decent example. If you see the tip doesn't have any threads on it. I actually went a little bit below that too. Don't do that. I don't think you need to do that, because it's actually that lower one. Yeah, you can see how I trimmed it down a little bit. So really what you do is shave down the end if you have a Dremel, and then just slide this whole box inside here back a little bit, and then the box underneath the hood can slide forward just enough to get the nut off. The nut is finger tight. In someone else's video they said that too. It was finger tight for me. I didn't have to get a wrench on it or anything. I probably would not pull the computer again. It did give, I feel like it gave me maybe a little bit more room for that nut behind the engine, just to move the cable out of the way. but honestly, I don't think it did a whole lot in terms of space in here. I also kind of wish I didn't pull the driver's side apart any more than I did. I was just getting frustrated and started pulling random stuff like the steering column. That's probably going to be a pain to reattach. I was just reassembling this and wishing I didn't do that. I had to pull the box back out because that stud was not going through the hole. Or, yeah. And I already put this plate back for the computer. That's why you have to remove it. It gets caught on that. At any rate, thought I'd note that. Some more stuff while I'm putting it back together. A lot of the stuff in here will unhook itself. I found like this heater hose. You do have to unhook that yourself. And the antenna, I think, came out for me, but on its own. But you should probably disconnect it. Oh yeah, all those wires you should disconnect for room, because that was really nice. You might not need to remove this panel, and you definitely should not drop the steering wheel on this loop like is done in other videos. I did not find it helpful, probably because I wasn't pulling the steering wheel, right? I did disconnect the linkage for the steering wheel, and that was pretty easy to reconnect, but I don't think it was actually needed either. But what you do need to disconnect is the hood latch and the parking brake release. I probably stripped the hell out of those bolts because I just let the dashboard fall and they pulled out. So I don't know, we'll see how long that lasts. Oh yeah, I forgot about the airbag. Don't pull that out. Maybe some other video fella mentioned it would reduce weight on the dashboard. It's already incredibly heavy, so maybe that's worth it to you. I never could get it out because those fasteners are hidden behind there. So I don't really, is it the ones underneath? I don't know, but those ones definitely can't get out. I think just an example, because I'm feeling better now that things are going back together. If you feel like, oh, can I really do this job at home with just hand tools? Yes, but I hope you have a series of extensions, swivel joints, and plethora of tools. I will probably vacuum before putting in the seats, I swear. As much as it'd be satisfying to end the video with me driving around the block or something, probably this is the end. Just wanted to show one last neat trick that I learned. I cannot lose this bolt behind the dash because it's otherwise getting, going back in. But when I was taking it out, let's see if we can find it through here. I lost the bolt. There it is. Not that you can see. Oh, wait, that's much worse. Right there. Focus. There you go. So I lost the bolt when I took it out of there when I was removing the dash, and now that's going back in. I cannot lose that bolt. So, tape. My video really isn't a tutorial. It's more like this was the hard parts and how I solved them. Someone in their last video too also did not get this bolt, and I could totally see how that'd be horrendous to get to after you pull the dash out. It holds in the plenum box, and that's no good. So if you don't get that before you pull your dash, you're gonna be, I don't know, in a lot of emotional pain. I got it when I was doing these connectors. I don't know what prompted me to do it. I just look like, hey, that looks like something I should do.